Hello everyone. Now in this video we will learn the logic of how to value a share. Alright. Now friends, this valuation of share is done using one of the models which is known as Gordon's model. Alright. Friends, we have already learned the meaning of the word how to value an asset. The value of an asset is nothing but present value of future cash flows which the asset can generate. Value of a bond is nothing but the present value of the future cash flows that the bond can generate. The cash flows in case of a bond is normally coupon payments and redemption value. Similarly, the value of a share is nothing but present value of future cash flows that the share can generate. Let me write this down. Value of a share is the present value of future cash flows that a share can generate. Now tell me friends, what are the future cash flows in case of a share? One of the cash flows is dividends. What is the other cash flows in case of a share? Redemption value. But friends, you have to understand one thing. Redemption value is only from a shareholder's point of view. Assume I am a shareholder. I might get dividend. I might sell a share. But think from company's point of view. If shareholder A is selling the share, ideally shareholder B is purchasing the share. Company does not get any money over there. Company's point of view, there is only one outflow which is known as dividends. Moreover, we have also learned that there is a concept called going concern. Going concern concept means that a company will go on forever towards perpetuity. So keeping these two things in mind, I can give a conclusion that value of a share is the present value of future dividends towards perpetuity. So do we already know the formula for perpetuity, friends? Yes, we learned it in the basics. We learned that value is equal to cash flow divided by discount factor minus inflation. We can call it as inflation or we can call it as growth. Therefore, here the formula will go like this. P0 is equal to D1 divided by KE minus G, where D1 is dividend next year. Let me write it down. KE is nothing but equity holders expectation and G is nothing but the growth. So friends, to 100% understand the logic of this formula, we also have to learn what is D1, what is KE and what is G. So let us go to subconcept number 1, the logic of D1. Friends, as I told you earlier, D1 means dividend next year. Now, as far as the exams are concerned, students get very confused as to what is this D1 and what is this D0. Friends, I will explain the logic of what is D1 and what is D0 using the following table. Okay. Suppose we are talking about, I'll take a fresh page. All right. Okay, let us assume this date is April 2019, March 2020, March 2021. All right. Dividends for 1920, this period, dividend will be paid only in this period, approximately during September time. All right. So now as on 31st March, we might not have an idea of what is the dividend that is being paid. So friends, if I'm talking on September 2020, then this dividend, whatever I'm going to get, is today's dividend. Today would become year 0. Hence, whatever I get in year 0 is what we call it as last paid dividend. Alright, and this is nothing but D0. Friends, this is on September 2020 I'm talking about. Suppose I want to know if I'm using the word current dividend. Let me take a fresh page now. If I'm using the word last paid dividend, that is D0. If I'm using the word current dividend, it means the dividend for the current year. Now tell me, when will the dividend for the current year be paid? This dividend will be paid only in the next year. So current dividend would mean nothing but D1, because the meaning is dividend for the current year, which will be paid only in the next year. I hope you are clear with this concept also. So one is last paid dividend, other one is current dividend, and the last one which comes over here is expected dividend. That is again D1. That would mean what is the dividend that you are expecting for the next period. Now from exam point of view, if D0 is given, we have to use a formula to find out D1. The formula is D1 is equal to D0 into 1 plus G. But suppose in the exam D1 is directly given, in that case we do not need any formula, or I'll give it over here, no formula required. I repeat once again, if D0 is given in the exam, then to find out D1 we have to use the formula D0 into 1 plus G. But if in the exam D1 is directly given, formula is not required. Now let us go in depth and understand the logic of this formula of D1. D1 is equal to D0 into 1 plus G, or if D0 is 10 rupee and the growth is 10%, my D1 would be 11 rupee. The logic is very simple. Last year the company paid a dividend of 10 rupees. Company normally grows at a rate of 10%. That would mean this year the company's new dividend after growth will turn out to be how much? 11 rupees. This is the formula for D1 is equal to D0 into 1 plus G. I hope you are clear with the logic of this formula, friends. Now let us go to the next important concept, that is called as growth. Friends, the formula for growth goes like this: retention ratio into rate of return. I repeat the formula, retention ratio into rate of return. But this is not that simple to explain this manner. So what I will do is I'll give you an example. Just a minute, friends. All right, we are back over here. Right. I will now explain the logic of this formula in a very simplified manner. Everyone listen very carefully. Suppose there are three people, A, B and C. Okay, A is having 1 lakh rupees with him, B is also having 1 lakh rupees with him, and C is also having 1 lakh rupees with him. All the three of them put this money in bank at the rate of 10%. So A gets 10,000 rupees, B also gets 10,000 rupees, C also gets 10,000 rupees. Now friends, the nature of A is that he is a very big spendthrift. B is an average guy, whereas C is a super miser. Alright. So as A's nature is being a spendthrift, what he's going to do is that the moment he gets this 10,000 in his hands, he is going to spend this money. Therefore his closing balance will be how much? No, it's not going to be 0, it's going to be 1 lakh. Let us say B will spend only 5,000. His closing balance will turn out to be 1 lakh 5,000. What is the nature of C? Miser, super miser. He will not spend a single penny. So his closing balance will turn out to be 1 lakh 10,000. Now let us see in the coming year how much interest each of them will get. A will again get 10%, that is 10,000. B will get 10,500 and C is going to get 11,000 rupees. Alright. Ideally speaking, I can say that A has no growth at all. Why I am saying that is because of this. A had earned 10,000 last time, now also is getting 10,000, no growth at all. B earned 10,000 last time, this time he is earning 10,500, so he is actually having a growth of 5%. C last time earned 10,000, this time he has earned 11,000. So his growth rate over here turns out to be 10%. Everybody clear? 0%, 5%, 10%. This same answer can be derived using a particular formula also. Let's go to a fresh page. The formula is retention ratio into rate of return. A retention ratio was 0% into 10%, hence its growth turns out to be 0%. B retained 50% of the money what he got, into 10% is the rate of return that he is having. So here he would get the answer as 5%. C has retained back 100% of his earnings into 10%, so he gets the answer as 10%. Or friends, the moral of the story is you have to be a miser to grow in life. Friends, as a business, if you earn some money, with that money you actually are having two options. Option 1, distribute the same as dividends. Option 2, retain the money back into the business. If you retain the money back into the business, the advantage what you get is that you can reinvest and the same money will again grow. So I can say that higher the retention, higher will be the rate of return. So friends, we have learned the logic of D1 as well as the logic of G. Now I'll just come up over here and just write down P0 is equal to D1 divided by KE minus G. So friends, practically D1 we have already found out, G also we have found out, KE is nothing but equity holders expectation. Alright, so once we get all these three, we can find out the price of a share, and as I told you, a price of a share is nothing but the present value of future cash flows that the share can generate, which is nothing but dividend going towards perpetuity. I hope you are clear with the logic of this formula, friends. Thank you so much.